head coach of CCNY, Tia Nag, and the assistant coach is Marcelo Russo. Now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's starting lineup, the Baruch College Bearcats. At guard, a 4'11" freshman from Brooklyn, New York, number 3, Elisa Leon. At guard, a 5'7" freshman from Pleasant Valley, New York, number 23, Mia Castillo. At guard, a 5'5" junior from Baruch, number 12, Michi. At guard, a 5'6" junior from Brooklyn, number 13, Millie. And at forward, a 5'6" senior from Staten Island, New York, number 25, Melinda Spinu. Luke's head coach is Michael Petrosis, the assistant coaches Alicia Omer and Anna Erlantos.
Good evening, New York City, and welcome to the Arc Arena on the campus of Baruch College, 25th and Lexington in the heart of Manhattan. Tonight we have a CUNYAC doubleheader between the Beavers of City College and the Baruch Bearcats. Back-to-back nights, Baruch will see City College, and I'm alongside Brian Flannery. I'm David Justin. Brian, a great way to keep the momentum rolling. Coming in on the back of a 2-game win streak is the women's Bearcats, with wins over Pratt and Brooklyn College.
Absolutely, yeah, David. We're seeing the Bearcats play some really good basketball as of late, and I think tonight's a really good test. First of 2 games, as you mentioned, in a row. So the Bearcats will get a really good look at the Beavers of CCNY here this evening, and then they can take whatever game plan they installed today and make some adjustments and bring that right into tomorrow. So nice Tuesday, Wednesday doubleheader.
And Baruch will be in their home whites going left to right here in the first half with the light blue trims. CCNY in their road blacks, purple and white trim, and it's Valmichi on the far side. Gives it up to Leung up top. Ball swung around the perimeter, finds the hands of Spayu. He finds Castillo underneath. Castillo can't finish, and City College come away with the rebound.
Bearcats able to get the early look they wanted, just Castillo unable to finish. Almost too open, David. You probably expected a little contact down there.
So City College turning it over here on the near side as Millie Yee comes away with it. Yee can go coast to coast for the easy layup, and she finishes at the basket. And early on, an unforced error for City College, leading to a quick 2 for the Bearcats.
Seeing the Bearcats bring a lot of pressure early on. We're going to see if they keep that up and what turnovers they could potentially cause, as there's another one right there. It's going to be side out, ball going back to the Bearcats on the errant pass.
Nantumi trying to find Teresa Luna on the near side, and goes into the Bearcat bench. So it'll be Leung who has it now up top for the Bearcats. Once again, we're seeing City College break into the zone. We saw a bunch of that from, it was actually Lehman last game, and it was Baruch who really set up inside that interior with Mia Castillo trying to dictate through the zone, as Baruch unsuccessful on that attempt on the offensive end. So Lander has it now on the far side, gives it up top to Craig. 8 of 10 players here on this Beavers team are freshmen, so playing with a young group, and I think Baruch can relate. A lot of young talent on the Baruch team, really just until recently seeing how they could gel together, as the 3 there by Luna is way short, may have been deflected on the way to the basket, and Spayu comes away with it. Michi on the far side. She had the shot, but instead she'll swing it back around. Baruch moving the ball east to west while trying to find the open shot. Now Leung has it up top. Leung pull-up shot off back iron. No good. Ball batted around. It's going to go off of the Bearcats last, and it'll go to City College.
Yeah, Baruch getting a little stagnant on the offensive end. They're getting their looks, just not finishing early on.
Baruch once again, full court presses. Michi draped all over Craig, able to force the turnover. Could be a 2-on-1 between Castillo and Michi. And Michi lays it in on the pass, the give and go, with Mia Castillo.
Once again, you're seeing the Bearcats capitalize off these CCNY turnovers. It will convert them into points.
And City College once again turning it over here at the halfway line. going to be Leung into Castillo. Castillo back out to Spayu. Spayu thinks about the shot. She'll put it on the deck. Ball swung around the perimeter. Now Leung on the far side, back up top to Yi. Castillo's going to pull a three off right iron. No good. Ball batted around right into the waiting hands of Spayu. Outside to Michi, up top to Yi. Baruch got a fresh 20 inside to Castillo on the block. Finds a cutting Spayu on the interior. Spayu going to circle back out. Baruch only have 7 seconds on the shot clock. Got to get something off. Millie Yi will shoot from the right elbow and knock it down. Actually, might have been the right wing. And they're going to call it a 2.
Yeah, nice seeing Millie Yi get going early, one of the team's best shooters. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout coming from the CCNY bench. So we'll be back in a few moments.
So Coach Tang wanted to talk things over for City College as they trail 6-0 here in the first 3 minutes. Once again, Baruch keeping the pressure up with the full court press. Now the ball finds the hand of Natume into the front court to Luna. Luna going on right wing, thinking she's going to try to go past Yi. She'll have to back out. Crossover move there by Lang on the far side. Now gives it off to Nantume. Nantume into the lane. High shot off glass. No good. Rebound fought for. And it's going to go off the Bearcats last, and it'll stay with City College underneath the basket.
Spain, our ball, Spain. Shania, opposite corner. Spain. Good. One more, good.
And City College moving around the perimeter. It's going to be Nantume on a 3 off front iron. No good. I think it was the best look here in the early part of the game for the Beavers, but Spayu will bring it into the front court. Finds Leung cutting underneath the basket. She picks up her dribble. Baccarella just checked into the game. Gives it off to Yi in the corner, and she knocks it down from the baseline.
Millie Yi starting to feel it early on here. Able to establish that shot early, which is always a big part of the Bearcats' offense.
So now Lander has it. Double team comes over to her. Nantume gets it across, and it's Baruch able to knock that away in the front court. And it'll be Yi who comes away with it up to Castillo. Castillo high off the glass. No good. Rebounded by the Bearcats, and Millie Yi is fouled. Can't get that one to go, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
A nice job by the Bearcats not getting too sped up despite having the advantage on the offensive end. Millie Yi gets a nice pass off to Castillo. Unable to finish, but corrals the offensive rebound and ultimately draws a foul.
So Millie off on the first. 68% free throw shooter on the season is Millie Yi. And off back iron on the second, and City College able to crowd that rebound. Lander for the Beavers. And the pass there overthrown. And Melinda Spayu can let it roll out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Bearcats.
David, one storyline, as you just mentioned, Melinda Spayu. Spayu closing in on the historic 1,000-point mark, just 21 points away. So something for viewers at home to keep an eye on today and over the next few games.
Yeah, just came back as a grad student here in the spring semester. Still getting her rhythm about her, as we've seen at least the last couple home games, really getting into early foul trouble so far today. A little bit more poised on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think you're seeing a little bit less of that size disadvantage down low, which is able to keep some of the Bearcats' top options out of foul trouble from having to compensate guarding some centers. As Mia Castillo pushing up.
Finds Yi cutting towards the basket. She gets fouled. And 1 for Millie Yi. And that's going to be Craig's first of the evening. Send Yi to the line to shoot 1.
Yi also doing a nice job of getting to the foul line early.
And Trainer checks into the game as Leung will come to the bench. And Millie Yi knocks it down, so 3-point play. Baruch lead 11-0 here in the first. Millie Yi's got 9. Now Yee gets a shot again. She gets fouled, and we'll go to line to shoot 2 more. As Baruch able to create a lot of turnovers here in the early going against City College.
Yeah, definitely don't quote me on that, but that has to be some form of a record as far as free throw attempts within the first few minutes of a game for Mia Yee here.
And already 7 turnovers here for City College, so not doing themselves any favors as Riddenauer checks into the game for the first time this evening. And Castillo gets the ball on the inbounds. She's able to lay it in at the basket, and Baruch extending their early lead. And Luna pivots. She's stuck in the backcourt, though. Now it's into the hands of Lang. Lang's going to have to go past Spayu, gets it into the front court. It's going to be a tie-up between Baccarella and Lang, and it's going to stay with City College. So Michi will come into the game as Millie Yee takes a seat. She's having a strong night here in the opening first quarter. Now Luna has it on the far side. Trainer draped all over her. They're going to say a little too much contact. As Trainer was a bit overzealous on the defensive end. It'll be side out for City College. Beavers trying to inbound. Find Luna on the far side. Luna looking for options. Lang is that option on the right wing. Craig opens up for her up top, receives the ball, swung around the perimeter, back to Luna. Luna looks at the basket, thinks about the shot. Ball swung back around. It's into the hands of Lander. And that's going to be a deep 3. Has to chuck his Craig. Shot no good. Michi comes away with it, and she'll push into the offensive end. Michi to Castillo. Back to Michi. Spayu at the free throw line. Ball swung around the perimeter. Back to Spayu on the elbow. She's going to take a far 2. Shot no good. Castillo comes away with the rebound. She'll bring it back out. Castillo going to pull a jumper. She knocks it down.
Good to get Mia Castillo going to that mid-range, which we saw her establish later against the Lehman game. And that's part of her game that she can continue to develop that. It's going to make her even harder to guard. You already know the athleticism there.
And City College having tons of trouble breaking down the full court press.
Number 11, Allison Altamirano, Texan Bruce.
And it's going to go back to the Bearcat. 5-second call underneath the basket as there was no options for Lang to inbound. Ooh, Michi cutting down the middle. Finds Trainer. Nice find by Michi. And Trainer able to lay it in.
Yeah, really nice look there by the Bearcats. Again, able to capitalize, going up to a big 19-0 lead. But nonetheless, applying the pressure on both ends, certainly not letting up.
It's going to be out of bounds there. Stays with the Bearcats as Nantume checks in back into the game. And Riddenauer will, correction, it'll be Craig who comes to the bench. Luna gets the ball up top, almost on the cymbal. Now gives it to Nantume, who puts up a wild shot. And they're going to say it went off the Bearcats last. It was a blocked shot, so it'll stay with City College underneath with 14 left to shoot.
High post. Why are you taking the ball? Foul to high post. It's all right, just flash the ball. Flash back. Flash the ball.
And a straight-on 3 there from Lang's no good, and Baruch comes away with the rebound. Spayu in transition, has numbers, and she can lay it right in at the basket.
Yeah, nice job by Spayu. Just doing a lot on the floor today. Not only facilitating for her teammates, getting boards on both ends of the floor, but now able to establish her scoring early on, and we'll see what she can do as she approaches that 1,000-point mark.
Nantume's 3 way off to the left, and Spayu comes away with the rebound. Spayu crossover move right into the lane. She curls back on the far side now. Now over to Trainer. Ball swung around the perimeter to Michi. Finds Spayu right inside. Outside to Baccarella on the baseline. Rebounded there, though, by Altamirano, who just checked into the game. And now Spyu has it at the free throw line, trying to go up against Lang. Baccarella puts it on the deck. Nobody wants to shoot. Now it'll be Michi who shoots off front iron. No good. Lander comes away with the rebound. Once again, Baruch quick to get all over them on the defensive end. And once again, forcing the turnover between Luna and Lander on the far side. So Grant and Ebelhoft, who against Lehman College, showed a lot of positive minutes for the Bearcats checking into the game alongside Michi, Trainer, Michi, Trainer, Altamirano, and Ebelhoft. As a three there goes down for the Bearcats, and they extend that lead to 24-0.
But yeah, David, to that point, really good look here for Coach Katrozos to go deep into his rotation early on and get all players some extended run. I think that these are definitely some valuable minutes, and you can see some different lineup looks, what works, what doesn't. But CCNY answering right back with the three ball there.
They're actually going to call last Baruch's three a 2. So it'll be 23-3 here in the early going as Ebelhoft has it on the far side. Ball swung around the perimeter to Trainer on the near side. And it's going to be a timeout for Coach Katrozos. He wants to talk things over, and he'll take a quick 30. And we'll be back in a quick 30. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting, and on Facebook Live. So it'll be Trainer to inbound on the near side. She gets the ball back. She'll pull a three. Ooh, a little too strong. Ball into the hands of Ebelhoft. Now Michi inside out. Finds Trainer on the baseline. Trainer shot once again. No good. And rebounded there by City College. Coming in on a minute remaining here in the first. Baruch have jumped out to an early lead, mostly predicated on their defense and creating 10 turnovers for City College while not allowing one themselves, as Grant will foul underneath.
Yeah, the early theme for this one is the Bearcats using their defense and turning that into offense, capitalizing on a lot of these early turnovers from CCNY.
Baruch have 22 attempts from the field compared to just 8 for City College, as Michi comes away with it. Up to Trainer, just a little overthrown. And it's going to go back to City College with 58 seconds remaining here in the first. Potential opportunity for a 2-for-1 here for the Beavers. Shot no good there by City College, and it'll be Baruch comes away with it. Michi going to push right into the lane. She's going to go straight to the basket and finish easy with the right hand.
Yeah, nice aggressive take there by Val Michi. Able to finish that easily off glass, and again, I just like seeing that aggressiveness coming down the lane downhill.
Now Nantume has it, gives it back, ball swung around the perimeter. It's going to be Luna on the far side. She tries to find Jang underneath. Excuse me, Lang, my apologies. As that's no good, but Luna now has it back out to Lang. Shot off back iron, no good. Ebelhoft comes away with the rebound. Trainer. Quick ball move from Altamirano to Grant, who can't finish. Ball batted around, still loose, and Lang comes away with the rebound, and that'll do it for first quarter of action here at the Arc Arena. It's a doubleheader between City College and Baruch. Baruch lead 25-3. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting, and on Facebook Live. So welcome back to the Arc Arena. If you're just joining us, Baruch able to jump out to a huge lead primarily off the back of their full court press and the forced turnovers that they were able to create from City College, and they'll have the ball on the offensive end as Encarnacion thinks about the shot. It'll be Altamirano who pulls it from the left side and knocks it down.
Allison Altamirano.
And City College have it on the offensive end. It's Craig up top. Ball swung around to Luna. Luna's going to take too many steps, and it'll go back to the Bearcats.
Luna, look at the basket first. You got an open shot. 23. Stay in.
And now Spayu on the inside. She's quickly defended outside to Castillo. Ball swung around the perimeter to Encarnacion. Around and out, no good. Spayu on the offensive board goes up strong with it and able to finish between a few Beaver defenders.
Yeah, again, nice positioning there by Luna Spayu, able to get that inside track on the ball and corrals the offensive rebound. Nice, easy finish there.
That's something we've seen from her over the few years that she's been here, is kind of just wiggle through some of those tight spaces in the paint. None better, at least in a Baruch jersey on this team in terms of doing that.
Of course, definitely a tough defensive assignment to draw if you're on the opposing team. This Spayu able to do a lot of different things at a lot of different positions. So CCNY definitely has their work cut out as this Bearcat team leading 29-3. But again, just looking to generate good offensive looks.
I know we're still early on, but in the turn, as Altamirano knocks it down on the far side, Brian. But talking about tomorrow, they play again, which is rare, obviously, in this conference. A little bit of a make-up situation is tomorrow's game at City College. But in terms of confidence level, if Baruch can keep this up for the next 3 quarters, you have to assume they're going into tomorrow's game sky high in confidence.
Absolutely. So, again, a really good test for the Bearcats here, just to try out a few things, see what works, see what doesn't, and then bring that into tomorrow as Mia Castillo converts on the long 2.
And Baruch, I mean, they're really fighting for that second seed in the conference. Only 2-1 in the conference. John Jay's 3-1. Obviously, they'll still see them this year. So definitely a lot to play for, lots of basketball left. But all these conference wins, potential wins, are the way it's looking right now. At least Baruch should get out of here with a W. Really do add up.
Yeah, those CUNYAC games really do carry weight, especially down the stretch when you start talking playoff seeding and whatnot. So every game's just as important as the next. And, again, a big test for the Bearcats to hopefully come out with 2 victories here against CCNY over the next 2 days. Definitely set them up nicely in the standings.
So Lang has it now inside. Ball swung outside to Riddenauer. Ball seemed to be sticking now on the offensive end, not really getting a lot of good ball movement for City College as Lander puts it on the deck. They're going to say it was a jump ball, and it'll stay with City College with only 7 seconds left on the shot clock.
CCNY possession.
Timeout, full.
A full timeout has been called.
Coach Tang wants to talk things over, so the Beavers will take a full timeout with 7 seconds left on the shot clock, 7:20 remaining here in the second. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats broadcasting, and on Facebook Live.
And Early on, Bearcats getting the ball right back. CCNY set up into their offense, got a few passes off, just unfortunately unable to convert on the long three as Mia Castillo will push things up for Baruch.
And it'll be Encarnacion over to Castillo, trying to find Altamirano underneath. Does, but Altamirano needs a second to corral. Evilhaupt almost knocks that one away. Encarnacion, they're going to say it was... Oh, they're going to say it was a backcourt violation. So it'll go back to City College.
Yeah, I guess if there's no deflection there off the defense and then offense having to jump back on it, officials got the right call right in front of our scorers table here.
And Millie Yee checks back into the game as Evilhaupt will come to the bench. Yee leading all scorers tonight with 9. As the Bearcats lead 33-3 here in the second as it's actually Encarnacion who knocked it away, but Spayu comes away with the ball. Now Encarnacion over to Castillo, finds the cutting Spayu. Spayu back outside to Encarnacion. She's going to pull a shot off right iron, no good. And it'll be Craig who comes away with it. Craig going baseline, trying to find someone underneath, right to the waiting hands of Altamirano. I think Lander was the intended target. Nice pass there from Encarnacion to Castillo. And the momentum might have forced that shot to miss as it hit back iron a little too hard and rims out. And the three there by Nantume is no good, but she got fouled. And will go to the line to shoot 3.
Hey, Luna, get in there. Shania, come on.
Nantume knocks down the first.
Luna, get in there. Shania.
Good on the second. Nantume, impressive showing from the free throw line, only shooting 44% from the line this season. And good on all 3. So the ball quickly moving around the Baruch offensive end as a rare turnover from Yee to Spayu there. It'll be City College who comes away with it, and Craig will walk it into the front court for the Beavers. It's laying underneath. Her shot might have been deflected. Either way, it was short, and Castillo comes away with the rebound. She's going to quickly push down the lane, goes right around Craig, and is able to lay it in with the right hand. And a turnover there from the Beavers. As will be Craig who throws it off a little bit of an errant pass, just hard to corral. So it'll go back to the Bearcats with Castillo in the front court. Now Spayu going baseline. Kicks it back outside to Altamirano. Encarnacion straight up top. They're going to call that a 2, but either way, it goes off the left iron. No good. And Craig gets wrapped up there as Encarnacion fighting for that rebound.
Number 10, Sophia Encarnacion. First time Encarnacion. Bearcats number 15, Paige Trader checked in.
And Baruch now going to settle back. We saw a lot of press here in the early part of the game. Baruch settling back into a 2-3 zone here now on the defensive end. And Millie Yee picks off that pass. Lander was trying to go to Nantume. And Yee going to go coast to coast and lay it in off the glass.
Nice possession there by Millie Yee on both ends. Not only coming away with the pass, but taking it coast to coast and going up with a strong finish.
And an entry pass now into Lang. Lang's going to turn and shoot from the free throw line. Shot no good. Trainer comes away with it. Ooh, splits 2 defenders in the backcourt. Nice crossover move there by Paige Trainer. Up into the waiting hands of Spayu on the far side. Up top to Trainer. Trainer looks at the basket, passes it right along to Millie Yee, back to Trainer up top, back to Yee on the near side. Yee's going to pull, and she knocks it down. Millie Yee really perfecting the mid-range portion of her game.
And, David, you see when a lot of the defenses apply more pressure, that's that outlet pass to Millie Yee with the mid-range jumper is one of the Bearcats' most frequently used looks on the offensive end. So to see Millie really get into this one early and find her shot early is a great sign for the Bearcats because they're going to need her down the stretch for sure.
She's got it going tonight. Now Lander has it on the left side. Ball swung around the perimeter, and Antume is going to have to put something up. Only 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Off back iron, no good. Lane gets the rebound. Shot no good, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Leung and Michi check into the game as Castillo and Altamirano come to the bench. And Ling knocks down the first. And a Ling rounding out, no good on the second. And Leung will bring it into the front court. City College settling back in a 2-3 zone as Baruch's had their way so far here with dealing with the zone. And Spayu now on the far baseline. Cross-court pass to Leung. Sets up right on that wing and is able to knock it down for 2. We've seen Millie Yee so successful with that shot. Alyssa Leung having an opportunity of herself.
Yeah, it's a really nice look on the offensive end for the Bearcats. Able to show a lot of good things early here. Despite the lead, playing both sides of the ball really well, not having any lapses.
Nantume has it now on the right wing, gives it off to Craig. Craig going to drive baseline. She gets fouled as she goes up. And she's going to go to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be Millie Yee's first of the evening. And Craig way off on the second. Not sure what the call was there. Maybe a lane violation. I didn't catch it on the far side. Either way, it'll be Baruch's ball with Leung into the front court. Now Michi on the near side, right wing to be exact. Spayu on the baseline. She dribbles towards the middle. Excuse me, it's going to now get batted into the waiting hands of Leung. Now Michi has a look at the basket. She had the shot, but the ball swung around the perimeter into the hands of Yee. A lot of movement on the baseline from Spayu. Back out to Yee, and she knocks it down.
So going back to our last point, Millie Yee just getting it done on the offensive end.
Perfect 7 of 7 from the field is Millie Yee.
And again, it's talking Bearcat records. That might have to be certainly a first-half Bearcat record, going a perfect 7 of 7 from the field to start.
She definitely has the hot hand tonight, and definitely you can see growing comfortable into this game as Leung has it up top, gives it off to Trainer. Trainer's going to pull from the right wing. A little too strong. Rebound goes right into the hands of Leung. Baruch going to reset up their offense. It's Spayu on the near side. Cross-court pass. He's going to step into another one. She rattles it home.
Millie Yee cannot be stopped. And definitely got to be a huge confidence booster for her, just seeing those shots go through. And, again, a lot of good takeaways can come out of this one.
And Luna has it now on the far side as the entry pass from Craig was intercepted by Spayu. She's going to go coast to coast, and one for Spayu. Able to lay it in and go through the contact. And she'll go to the line for an opportunity at old school three-point play. And Spayu can't round it out. No good. Can't get that one to drop. Coming in on a minute remaining here in the first half. Baruch, one of the most dominant performances we've seen of them since we've been doing Baruch basketball, either men's or women's. They currently lead 47-8 as the shot there by Lander is way off the mark, and Baruch will come the other way. It's Michi trying to find either Leung or Yi underneath. A little bit in between ball, definitely a hard pass, and it'll go off the Bearcats last. And then Tume will walk things into the front court. City College really lacking energy on either end of the floor here, as Lang's going to pull a three. Shot off right iron, no good. And Spayu comes away with the rebound, and Baruch can hold for the final shot as Leung will bring it into the front court.
You almost wonder if they're going to go back to Millie for one more touch. As far as riding the hot hand into the second half.
Now Spayu outside to Leung. Ball swung around the perimeter. Spayu has the open shot. She'll pull from the baseline and knocks it down, and that will do it for first half of action between the Beavers of City College and the Baruch Bearcats. We'll step away for halftime, and we'll be back to give you the second half. Don't forget, after this, it'll be the men's game between the Beavers and the Bearcats. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting, and on Facebook Live. And welcome back for your second half of action in the women's game between the City College Beavers and the Baruch Bearcats. Baruch out to a monstrous lead and really putting the stranglehold on City College. 49-8 here in the first half. Baruch really making City College struggle with their full court press, and City College let up a 23-0 run to start the game.
Yeah, I think it's really on the Bearcats coming into the second half to keep their foot on the gas pedal and not get sloppy, because it's really a situation where you can work out some things and get some good looks that you can carry into the rest of the season. So I think it's on the Bearcats to stay focused here, not get too wrapped up in that lead, and with that, the Bearcats commit an early turnover.
So for the Bearcats, it'll be Encarnacion, Baccarella, Altamirano, Michi, and Leung, and a 2 there by Lander. Get City College off to a nice start. So it'll be Encarnacion pulling a 3, and she knocks it down from the near side.
Really nice response by the Bearcats coming off that early turnover, able to get into their offensive set, and nice job by Encarnacion knocking down the 3 ball.
As the ball smacked away from Lang by Spayu, and it'll go back to the Bearcats. And once again, Bearcats just going to continue to apply that pressure and turn the screw a little more as they could really just take City College out of this game here, or probably put the nail in the coffin here in the third quarter.
And the Bearcats, another nice set, give and go pass, and Trainer knocking down the 3 ball. Back-to-back threes here for your Baruch Bearcats.
And Coach Rozos maybe going a little deeper into the bench here in the second quarter, seeing some regular starters not start the half, and seeing Baccarella, Encarnacion, Altamirano, Trainer, and Michi getting the opening minutes here. As the 3 there is no good, but it'll be Craig who comes away with it and knocks down the free throw line jumper, and definitely seeing some more cohesive basketball from this Beavers team here in the second half.
Yeah, it was a good-looking offensive possession from CCNY, but going back to the earlier possessions, how important do you think it is for some of these Bearcats to knock down these threes and see the ball go through?
Yeah, especially when you're talking about people that are maybe not seeing the minutes that they either want, or, obviously through the course of the season you have ups and downs. You might think you're practicing well but not seeing it in the game. You're playing well and not seeing it in practice, vice versa. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's great. I mean, you're talking about Encarnacion, who had some minutes early on, maybe a bit of a lull in minutes in the last week or two, couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And then going to definitely get some more minutes tonight, definitely getting off the schneid. And we've seen up and down of Paige Trainer here in the early going of this season. She has 8 tonight already, having a strong start, 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from deep as she knocks those free throws down. But another one that, definitely gives Baruch a little bit more size, a little bit more height, and has more of a stretch game, could play inside out. Mm-hmm. And, to that point, I think, for a lot of these people that are trying to grab some more minutes, it's huge that they see the ball drop to the basket and try to establish a rhythm.
Yeah, absolutely, especially being so young coming into college. Just really getting your feet underneath you at the next level. It's not an easy adjustment by any means, so to see some of those positive games and stack a few good performances in a row, I think that could really bode well for the depth of this team down the stretch.
And the other perception is, and you have to think about, is when you're coming from high school, now you're playing collegiate level sports, you're probably one of the better players on your high school team. And then you may come here and be the 8th person, 12th person, 10th person on a bench, and really figuring out your niche on a winning team. So they're getting these minutes now, but it's also about carving out that role for the season to be a valuable part of that postseason rotation. Yeah,
that's such an important part. I don't think it's really stressed enough sometimes. It's just establishing, defining, and then living up to your role. So when you know exactly what's expected out of you, it's a lot easier to execute versus kind of role shifting from night to night and whatnot. So I think really valuable pair of games here for Coach Trozos to kind of nail some of those things down as they enter the latter portion of their CUNYAC schedule and ultimately the playoffs.
As Altamirano was able to knock that one down. And like we said, it continues right into tomorrow and then right into at Brooklyn College on Friday and then home against John Jay. So you're talking about now 4 games in the span of 6 days.
Yeah, that's tough.
5 games in the span of 8 days. So not only is it just taxing and you need that depth, but all to figure out what your role is and how you can help the team win. It's definitely crucial when you're talking about 5, not only games, but in-conference games before we come here February 3rd for the Battle of Lexington against Hunter. Baccarella has it on the near side, gives it off to Michi. The ball swung around the perimeter on the offensive end. Ooh, Lander on the far side hits the deck. Encarnacion has it now. Right into the lane. She's fouled as she goes up and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Beavers foul on number 30, Teresa Luna, second. 2 shots for Sofia Encarnacion.
Then Encarnacion off on the first.
Rookie, 60-12.
So Craig will bring it into the front court for CCNY. Ball moved around the perimeter, looking for options. It's on the near side to Luna, now onto the post to Nantume. Ooh, nice give and go there to find Lang underneath, can't hit. Battling for the rebound, she gets her own board, hard off the back iron, able to get that one to go. Lang battling in the post there and able to get that one to go. And definitely a bit of a different City College here in the second half. Already 8 points here in the early going as there's far 2 there by Baccarella is no good. And Lander will bring it into the front court for City College. Ooh, Luna double team, bringing the ball low. You never want to see that as a coach because definitely an opportunity for a tie-up. Almost done there, but now Liang has it at the free throw line. She'll drive, and Baccarella rips that right from her. And Baruch in transition. Trainer had the look, decides to give it up. Ball swung around the perimeter. Michi's going to take the left wing shot, and she knocks it down. Val Michi gets a nice ovation from the crowd.
Yeah, really nice looking shot there from Val. Able to knock down the long 2.
She has 6 tonight on 3 of 5 shooting. Brooke really spreading it out today.
It's always tough getting tied up around that 3-point line, too. That shot probably would have been good from an inch or 2 behind for 3 points instead of 2, but nonetheless, Val Michi shooting the ball well here tonight.
As now Baccarella has it. A quick up to Altamirano, who lays it in off the glass with the right hand. And Coach Cadrozo's going with this unit so far for the opening half of the third quarter. And Luna going to pull a right wing 3, and she rattles it home. And she's wincing in pain a little bit as we see a sub come to the bench. Have to assume it would be for her as Ridenour waiting to check back into the game. Now Altamirano has it, gives it outside to Michi on the near wing. Ball swung around the perimeter back to Michi. She actually had the shot if she wants it. They're really sagging off. We just saw her hit from that exact spot. Now Trainer's going to pull a 3 off left iron. No good. Rebound is loose. And then Tume guides it out of bounds as Luna will come to the bench. Ridenour into the game. And City College really lacking depth. Only 6 players dressed today for the Beavers.
Yeah, that's just a tough ask out of any team to have to roll 6 deep, and especially in back-to-back games nonetheless. So tall order for CCNY, but credit to them. They're playing hard, playing full-floor game. And
that's the case, too. You may rest Luna now for the rest of the game to make sure she's ready for tomorrow. As Trainer, left wing shot, no good. Ebel hopped on the rebound. Outside to Trainer. Ball swung around the perimeter. Over to Encarnacion. Deep 2 on the right wing. Shot no good. And Craig will bring it up into the front court for City College. Ball seems to be sticking a little bit on the offensive end. Also, maybe some tired legs here for the Beavers.
Yeah, definitely no surprise. Bearcats have thrown a lot at the CCNY team, as it's not necessarily the foul you want to pick up there in that situation, but
and the foul there is going to be on Encarnacion. You can hear Coach Catrozo's frustrated with that one. Not the foul you want. especially with the way City College has been shooting so far here in the ball game. 17% from the field, 14% from downtown. And Antume knocks down the second. And swishes home the third. So Grant checked back into the game for the Bearcats. It's Grant, Trainer, Baccarella, Encarnacion, and Ebelhaupt. And the ball is quickly swung around the perimeter for the Bearcats. Right to left now. Encarnacion looks at the basket. Now Trainer's going to pull. Shot around and out, no good. Craig comes away with the rebound for City College, and she's going to push right to the basket. They're going to say the foul was on the floor. The foul there is going to be on Encarnacion. That's going to be her third. So it'll be Craig to inbound underneath for City College. Ooh, Lang almost lost that. And Tume is going to pull a straight on three. And that's going to go right out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Bearcats. So Coach Katrozos wants to talk things over. There's 3:01 remaining here in the third. Baruch leads 64-19. You're watching a CUNYAC doubleheader between City College and the Bearcats on YouTube channel Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting or on Facebook Live. So it'll be Baruch's ball here on the right side with Encarnacion going right to left here with Baccarellos, Grant, Ebelhaupt, and Trainer still in the ball game. Coach Katrozos taking a minute to talk things over, maybe give his ladies a few second breather here. As we've seen the same group on the court, except for, Ebelhaupt coming in for Michi in the last few minutes. Ebelhaupt shot no good, and it'll be Lang who comes away with the rebound. Then Tume over to Lander. Lander going to spin around. It'll be Craig in the corner for a jumper shot, no good. Encarnacion comes away with the rebound. Encarnacion gets fouled as she was going up for the shot. Lander on the foul now, sent Encarnacion to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, nice effort there by Encarnacion, running the floor hard. Not an easy play with the ball in your hand the whole way. Nearly finished with the left, too, off balance. So she'll go to the line to shoot two. Bearcats closing in on the end of this third quarter. Knocks down the first. And second one rattles out, corralled by CCNY.
So it'll be Nantume who brings it into the front court. Craig has it up top. Ball inside out. Now into the hands of Craig. Craig right into the lane. Don't know how that was not a whistle. It was either going to be a travel. They're going to call it a jump ball. I'm surprised that wasn't a travel, though. It seemed like the ball had to hit the ground.
Yeah. Nonetheless, Bearcats regain possession.
So the ball swung around the perimeter. Now Trainer on the far side. Grant in the corner. Line drive shot, and she knocks it down.
Nice looking shot there from Grant.
And that's going to be her first bucket of the night.
And pulled that with confidence, too. Not typically the range in which she shoots, but caught the ball and pulled. Nice looking shot there. And wonder if that's the look the Bearcats can go to a little bit more often. Some of like the Millie Yee looks that you'll get on that baseline mid-range.
I guess the only thing that worries me long-term about that offensive strategy is it's not, you know, statistically it's not the highest percentage shot.
No, it's not a high percentage shot. And I can show you a lot of NBA and WNBA front offices who agree with kind of avoiding that long two at all costs. But nonetheless, it's working here for the Bearcats as Baccarella rattles that one home off glass.
And the bank was open as Baccarella, like you said, able to use the backboard to her advantage. It'll be Craig who walks it into the front court. Very standstill offense here for, ooh, wow, what a block by Ebelhaupt on Lang. I was going to say standstill offense by City College, but Ebelhaupt turned that one aside. It's Baccarella the other way. Gives it off to Trainer, who's able to step into that one. Offside iron, no good. Ebelhaupt shot it. Looked like there was some contact there. It might have been ball. And City College going to push it up ahead. Lander has it. Crossover move right into the lane. She's fouled and will go to the line to shoot two with 12.5 seconds remaining here in the third.
Fouls on number 2, Angela Baccarella. Shayna Lander, 2 shots.
Lander knocks down the first. And off on the second. Ebelhaupt comes away with the rebound. 10 seconds remaining here in the third. Baccarella pushes up to Encarnacion. Encarnacion going right baseline. Pulls the shot. No good. Lang, it goes off of, ooh, they're going to say, I think it went off of Grant Lest. And it'll go back to City College. And that will do it for the third quarter. Baruch 69, City College 22, their strongest quarter of the game, though, putting up 16. We'll be right back with fourth quarter action. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting, and on Facebook Live. So it'll be Beavers ball to start things here in the fourth. Baruch having it wrapped up early on here in the ball game as they were up 1.33-3 and 23-0 run to start the game. Baruch's largest lead tonight was 50 at one point, as now they lead 69-22. Shot there by Nantume is no good, and here comes Encarnacion the other way. And Encarnacion able to go coast to coast and lay it in. Encarnacion has 7 on 2 of 7 from the field. So it'll be a bit of a shot clock reset. I think they're saying the shot clock reset by accident there. A little technical difficulty, but we're back to the action as it'll be CCNY to inbound on the far side. Lander has it now on the near wing. Gives it to Lang. She's going to pull a shot over Ebelhaupt. A little too strong. Grant comes away with the rebound. And it'll be Encarnacion to push. Grant inside. Going with the right-hand move. A little too strong off back iron. And it'll be Nantume to push. Three there is no good, but Lang able to corral that rebound and lay it in off the glass. Now Trainer has it on the near side, gives it to Ebelhaupt on the baseline, up top to Encarnacion. She's looking for the extra pass. Baccarella was that pass. Instead, they reversed it back to Trainer. Now it's Trainer on the left wing. Grant, ooh, shot way too strong. Grant liking that baseline shot and just a little too strong on that attempt as now Luna has it on the far side. Up top to Nantume, ball swung around to Lander. She looked at the basket and said gives it inside to Lang. Off back iron, no good, and Baccarella comes away with the rebound. Trainer now has it. Baccarella, we go into the lane, gives it back outside to Trainer, back up top to Encarnacion. Trainer over to Baccarella. Timeout, Coach Catrozos, as he wants to talk things over. 30-second timeout, little under 8 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Baruch leads 71-24. You're watching the first game of our CUNYAC doubleheader between the Bearcats and the Beavers. We'll be right back in a couple of moments with more action. So it'll be Baruch's ball on the far side here underneath the basket. Inbound into Baccarella. Ball swung around the perimeter. Trainer has it on the right wing. And the shot clock winding down. Baccarella has to get it up and knocks it down from the left wing.
Nice job and nice awareness by Baccarella to understand where she was at in the shot clock. Able to knock down a nice looking jump shot there.
Now Luna has it on the far side. Shot no good. Ooh, almost took the ref out there with that one. And it'll go back to the Bearcats. Near side shot by Encarnacion, no good. Baccarella going to fight for that rebound, yet she's going to be on the end line, and it'll go back to City College. Couple sloppy possessions here and back-to-back ends. One's on the City College offensive end, one for Baruch.
Yeah, you definitely want the Bearcats to maintain that focus like we talked about earlier coming into the second half. It's kind of easy to take your foot off the pedal and have a few lapses on both ends of the floor, but it's really on this Bearcats team to make sure that they play hard through the full 4 quarters.
And Grant can't finish at the basket. And she might have taken an errant hand as she was battling for the rebound. The foul there is going to be...
It's going to be on her, actually. I don't think we saw that one coming. I guess they're going to call an offensive charge there.
Can't tell, that or a loose ball foul on the potential rebound.
You know, that's what it was. I think the ref signaled that.
Bit of a hold
yeah.
underneath, so it'll be City College to bring things into the front court. Lang, almost gets that strip from her outside to Craig. Ball swung around the perimeter to Lander. Lander's going to pull the jumper. Shot no good.
And
It's
that's going the other way. Spoke a little too soon in the last possession, but Baccarello gets called for the charge there. As you're seeing, CCNY doing a nice job of getting to 2 feet outside the RA and able to get a few foul calls on the Bearcats offense, able to slow down that high-scoring Bearcat attack here.
So Altamirano checks into the game. So Lander on the near side. Ball swung into the paint. Now Lang has it on the right wing 3. She'll pull, rattles that one home, and knocks it down.
CCNY still fighting here late. Able to string together a few nice stops and convert there.
Lang's got 13. And more ball starting to stick now for the Bearcats on the offensive end as Encarnacion puts it on the deck. Looking for options. Altamirano on the baseline. I'm going to say the foul was on the floor. Foul there is going to be on Ling. Bit of a push from behind onto Grant. And that'll be Baruch's ball side out underneath. So now Baccarella into the lane. Oh, rounding out, no good. Then it'll be Nantume still trying to find her first points of the evening. Oh, excuse me. Not find her first field goal of the evening. She does have 5 from the line. As Lander's going to pull a shot off the left side. No good. Rebounded there by Grant, and it'll be Encarnacion to come the other way. Baruch looking to close things out and extend their winning streak to 3 games. As Altamirano knocks down the mid-range jumper.
Again, Altamirano, another member of this Bearcats team who we've seen go to that mid-range and able to knock down a few shots here tonight and in the prior game against Lehman as well. So it's good seeing a few different scoring options here for the Bearcats.
As Lang rattles that one home. Yeah, I mean, you're getting it from all levels here. Right now, that's 10 scores. 10 of the 11 Bearcats who have played tonight have put a ball in the basket. As Millie Yee still leads the way. She played 12 minutes tonight, went 8 of 8 from the field, and really lived from the mid-range area of the court. Castillo and Altamirano both into double digits. Altamirano impressive, 5 of 6 from the field for 19 points, throwing 4 rebounds and a steal. Really having a nice impact on the game as Altamirano's going to pull again. A little too strong. Ball's loose, and it's going to stay with the Bearcats. And it's going to be a timeout for Coach Catrozos, a full timeout with 4:23 remaining as Baruch leads 75-29. We'll be right back with the continuation of your fourth quarter. So 4:23 remaining here in the ballgame. Coach Catrozos talked things over, leaves the same 5 on the floor with Ebelhaupt, Grant, Altamirano, Baccarella, and Encarnacion. The ball swung around the offensive end. It's into the hands of Altamirano on the left wing. She's asking for a little bit of movement. Instead, she'll pull the jumper and knocks it down from the mid-range. So it'll be Craig up top for City College. Now Lang has it on the baseline. She's going to pull a jumper. That's going to be a 2 just inside the line, but she knocks that one down. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 3:45 remaining here in the ball game. Encarnacion brings it into the front court.
And Beavers offense doing a nice job here in this fourth quarter, just able to get a few possessions together, get some points on the board. So if you're CCNY, definitely a few nice things you can take away from some of the offensive sets they've been able to execute on the Bearcats here.
And Brian, you have a sporting background here at Baruch. I have a talking background here at Baruch. Definitely didn't have the frame nor the talent to play college sports. But let me ask you something just from an athletics point of view.
Sure.
You're down 23-0, or down in you played baseball down 7-0 in the first inning.
Yeah.
We've all had it regardless of what level we've played at.
Inevitable.
How does that your mindset then for the next 8 innings or for the next 3 quarters? Like, how do you have to be, I think, mentally tough, but how do you get yourself back into those type of games? Or is it really just from the bench and kind of staying within the team to see if you could chip away at that lead?
Yeah, it's a really hard ask out of any team, any sport. I think the best way to kind of combat a really large deficit like that early on is just to really focus, whether it's inning by inning, quarter by quarter, just chip away slowly at that lead. Even if the game's out of commission, you'd rather end the game on a high note versus end the game on a low note. So it's really it comes down to controlling the controllables. And unfortunately, for CCNY's sake, the Bearcats came out to such a strong lead here that pretty much took them out right out of the first quarter. But yeah, I think it's more of a chip away at a game. And
kind of compartmentalize the game, maybe, half an inning by half an inning, or
absolutely
2-minute stretch by 2-minute stretch,
And then perspective's important too, just realizing that's a long season. You're rarely going to win every game. So just really staying focused and able to take some productive takeaways out of each one. I think the teams that learn continually throughout the year and improve and adapt, those are the ones that you see make those deep playoff runs.
Especially when you're going to have to come back out, play the same opponent. Baseball is actually more like that because you may play a doubleheader, lose the first one big, and then you literally have a half hour off.
Yeah, we've seen that too. So, it is tough. But, again, it's all about compartmentalizing it and just having a short memory in a lot of ways.
Because they're going to do it again tomorrow uptown at City College as Lang's free throw line jumper knocks that one down. Lang having putting some, maybe not shooting the best, only 36%, but 19 points on the evening, leading all scorers. As Altamirano is going to pull the baseline shot off right iron, no good. And Craig, a little bit of energy here as the ball gets knocked away from her. She's able to corral it. Looking for options. Lang is that option. Had Landor. And it's going to be intercepted by Encarnacion. Nantume going up against Encarnacion, and Encarnacion able to lay it in. And Lang's going to pull a straight on three. Nantume is going to pull a straight on 3 shot. No good. Altamirano on the rebound. And Baccarella could bring it into the front court. This might be Baruch's last offensive possession here of the evening, as there's only a minute remaining here in the ball game between the Beavers and the Bearcats. But don't fret, as there will be a second game of this doubleheader between the men. We'll have about 15 to 20 minutes off between the two games. And then we'll be back with more basketball action here at the Arc Arena. As a bit of a travel there by, I think it was called on Lander, and she comes up limping a little bit as Baruch now have it into the front court. The shot clock and game clock about 12 seconds apart. As the shot there, no good. And Baruch get the offensive rebound, gives them a fresh 20, and they'll have to put up another one. Now Altamirano has it, gives it inside to Ebelhalt. Ball swung around the perimeter. Trainer's going to pull from the right wing. Shot barely grazes iron. Lane comes away with it. This could be the last possession as Nantume going to go right past Encarnacion into the lane. Nantume, wild shot. I think it might have been blocked by Trainer. And Ebelhalt can walk things out. And that will do it here for the first game between the Bearcats and the Beavers. Baruch taking the W here, 79-33. Didn't see Mia Castillo, didn't see Melinda Spayu, didn't see Millie Yee, barely saw Elissa Leung, and barely saw Val Michi here in the second half. So a real opportunity for Baruch to rest their starters, some of their key players. And we're about 30 minutes away from tip-off of your second game between the 5-10 CCNY Beavers and the 11-4 Bearcats. We'll be back in 30 with coverage of your second game action. You're watching a CUNYAC doubleheader between the Beavers and the Bearcats on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting, and on Facebook Live.